from Movistar Esports, and I have a question for Perkz. In the spring finals, you said that you lost one game on purpose to keep playing a bit longer. Were you in a hurry today?
Yeah. Well, we usually just. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. We usually just go 3-1 because 3-0 is too boring. But today we felt like going fast, so we can go out and party in Paris. Yeah, just need to speed up a bit.
Can I go to the party as well?
Sure.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Darius from The Shot Caller. I have a question for Perkz as well. You and Trick both now have a record. You two are the very first players in the Western region, at least, to get 4 titles in a row, win 4 splits in a row. Really great achievement. You've also been to MSI finals. Now my question to you is, what more do you need to achieve in order to get the status of the best Western mid laner of all time? Or are you already the best?
Well, I need to win Worlds, so this year I'm aiming to win Worlds, and then we'll see what goes on after that.
Okay, next question.
Thank you. I have a question for Ocelot. I can't help but notice some similarities between your style and Perkz' style, especially when it comes to interviews. Who is the father figure for the other one? Who learned from the other one?
He hasn't learned from me. He hasn't. He's just like that. By himself. I didn't help. I didn't do anything. I didn't train him to say these things. He just he just happens to be like that, you know. I think there is, like, if you think about it, the way he plays mid lane, and even though he's like a billion times better than I ever was, you know, you can see that the styles are pretty similar, like, you know, overextension and like overly aggressive and whatnot, right? And I think that kind of ties into the character a little bit. But you know, as it happened with me as years went by, you know, you get more and more context of the world, and then at the end of the day, you don't lose the ambition, but you kind of lay back a little bit with the words. But honestly, he has the best mindset he can have right now, because he truly believes, and not only him, but a few from the team as well, truly believe that they can become the best player in the world at their role, right? And that's what you need to do if you intend to ever get close to win Worlds or do very, very well there. It's really required, right? Like, you can't be overly like, oh, I'm not that good, you know? You can't be like that. You have to have some sort of a slight overconfidence, you know?
Well, I'm the best, so I can.
There you go.
Thank you.
Question for pretty much all of you, but what do you think will be the 3rd European team to qualify for Worlds?
Yeah, I'll take this one. I think Fnatic will play against the winner of HTK and Splice, but Fnatic will come out on top. I just think that they're too good all around to lose to these teams in the best of 5.
Hi, this one is for Joey as well, really. Normally we see teams favouring red a lot of the time because it allows them to counterpick, it allows them to do all this, but you guys pretty consistently went for blue when you got to choose. Why? What's the priority there?
I think blue side is better to choose if there are must-bans on red side, because it gives you a lot more room in the drafts. And we're now in a meta where you have to ban Kalista and Jarvan, or you will lose the game, which Misfits demonstrated in game 1 by not banning Jarvan. So that's why when you're blue side, you can set up a trade or get something for free. Like the last game, we banned Nart to first pick Cho'Gath, so they would always have a free lane, even though they picked a really strong 2v2, so that didn't really work out as well as planned. But it just allows you to first pick a power pick and make other roles weaker.
Sebastian from No Life. This is a question for Sven. What is the secret to not dying?
KDA player. I don't know, I'm just really saying, I think.
I don't know, like, I think right now, if you're winning as AD carry, it's really hard to die, honestly. You have so many, like, there's so many tanks in the game, so everyone is killing the tanks, not you. There's not many, like, LeBlancs or Sets or Echoes or whatever anymore, so it's just ADs hitting tanks, and tanks getting hit, you know, so most games you have a lot of, like, supports that help you, like Morgana or just tanks, so it's really hard to die, I think. There's no, like, secret, but yeah, I'm insane.
LT from Blackfeet.com. My question is for Carlos. A lot of websites have reported that G2 has applied to the new NALCS franchise. Are the rumors true?
I can't say whether that's true or not true, because even if it was true, I wouldn't be able to tell you whether it's true or not true, so I can't comment. The labyrinth?
Go deep.
I learned how to rap like this, you know?
Well, since we're on Carlos anyway, ever since you kind of started this up, there's been this drive to push G2 as a brand for everything. And you guys just took it in Malmö as well. Like literally just now. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
So how do you juggle this many franchises on top of like League? How do you find the time for it?
So in terms of, so I believe that success is like eventually comes after work has been put smartly and with proper intrinsic motivation on all the people that work, including players and coaching staff. So the way I like to manage the organization is, first of all, I give a lot of room to the coaching team and to essentially all the senior team of G2, of all the executive team, all the managers. I give them a lot of room, or try to give them a lot of room to improve themselves and make mistakes themselves. But at the same time, I stay back providing vision to the company, and the only vision that I provide to the company is very, very clear. Like our mission statement is just remain ambitious. So everything that we do, if you look at our graphics in Twitter, if you look at the way we engage, I don't know, Facebook, any team, any coach, anything that happens within the organization is meant to be utilizing that vision, right? Like pure ambition. And you can say that, because it's the truth, that I literally did nothing today in either this victory or the other one in the other game. Is seriously just that the whole culture of the company is so much around ambition and victory and winning, you know, and lack of contentment. Like even when we win tomorrow, I guarantee you, because this is kind of a rule, it's an unwritten rule. Tomorrow, people will wake up earlier, like the staff of G2, the graphic design, all these people will wake up earlier, you know, because they don't want to feel content. It's the truth. So I think that kind of leads to more victories at the end.
Honestly, what is the difference between you and other team? Because it's the first time you win playoff. What's the difference between you and other team? The difference. Okay, sorry. The difference between you, because you win this playoff, last playoff. What's the secret for you to win every time?
For who is the question?
Sorry?
Who is the question for?
For who you want?
I'll take it. Well, I think it starts off by Carlos building a really good roster, especially after the first spring split. And with that, we have so much individual power, and Mitty and Sven have also brought a lot of macro elements to the team. So now that we have the individual power and we have this kind of macro playstyle, I just think we are ahead in every single asset of the game.
Okay, we've got time for a couple more questions.
Yeah, this is for Mitty. What do you think about your chances for Worlds this year?
My goal is to make it out of the groups. That would already be quite the difference compared to last year. So
yeah, I think we're all just gonna work as hard as we usually do and try our best to make it out of groups and then just see where it goes from there on. I think it was the same mindset that we had for MSI, and it was a bit tough, but it worked out quite well. So I'm sure that with the same attitude and the same mindset, we will do well at Worlds.
My question is for Midi as well. In Season 3 back in the day, you arrived a bit later to Lemon Dogs and basically turned the whole team around with your strategic genius mindset, I guess. And you arrived to G2 late as well. How much could you actually translate of the strategic prowess that you have into the team, and what do you think, how much did you actually contribute for making the whole G2 team on a macro level or anything else a great team as it is today?
Okay. I think when I joined Lemon Dogs, I was just 10 times better than the other support that was in that team. So that team was very talented, and I just joined, and I was also pretty much the best support there. So it just worked out. But I don't think I had much strategic mind. I think just the league itself was very, very new back then in terms of macro, and there was not really much to think about. But after I got banned, I kind of changed my attitude towards how I play the game and try to be more reliable by thinking more and like just playing less on instinct. And I think that coming into G2, I did have a big impact in how we play and how we do things and just everything in general. I think I put a little bit of my own self in whatever we talk about and whatever we do. So yeah, I'm really happy things are working out, and the way I'm approaching league and my life in general is good for me. I'm really happy with myself.
Thank you. This is becoming a bit cliche, really, isn't it? This is for Mithy as well. We've got a good thing going here. I talked to Joey the other day, and he said that you had identified a different way of playing the current meta, not just tanks, 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 tanks. But he wouldn't tell me what it was. So if we don't tell him, we won't tell anyone. It's between you and me. Will you tell us what it is?
I don't know what Joey's talking about.
I didn't say that Mithy figured it out. We just had a different way of playing carry top laners with Galio mid lane, and HTK banned it out. We wanted to show that style against Misfits today, but they also banned the Galio.
Okay, we've got time for one more question. Like that.
My question is for Well Done, actually. You used to be with TSM last year, and Worlds was not very good for them. What's the main difference between TSM last year and G2 this year?
Do I have to comment on this?
Getting out of groups?
Say it well. Yeah, say it.
I think the team's shot calling structure is different. So because a different role is calling the game, you have a different personality of what the plays are made around. I think if you look at teams that shot call from the top lane, they have a certain style. If you look at teams that shot call from support or AD carry or mid. So I think it's just like the choice of plays and the choice of comps that the team drafts and plays around is unique because of the hierarchy in the team. And that's really the biggest difference. I don't think there's a massive difference in skill level or even understanding of the game at this point. And then at Worlds, the meta kind of normalizes across all the teams that are there, so I think that will be quite similar as well. Sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Answer. Your answer.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, guys, and best of luck at Worlds. Make us proud.
Thank you.